Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash Cole. Click that like, hit subscribe. Here we go. MLB baseball. We got part one, part two here for a Tuesday. Now on Monday, 1-1 split and gave out the Toronto Blue Jays. They got home. But man, such a disappointment in the Kansas City Royals. Yet another game, the fourth time in the last 4 days where I've had a lead going into the ninth inning, blew the lead, and then lost in extras. Just absolutely brutal. Handicapping on luck has not been on my side. Again, if you would like at least one play a day, go over, become a member on YouTube. Entry level capper get you one play a day. Make money, get you two plus plays a day. If you want every play for the MLB season, 7 months of baseball, the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs, the three major horse races, go to breaktheboardsports.com. That's up there for the baseball package for 199. But if you email me, breaktheboardsports@gmail.com, and directly personally send me, RJ, a message, I'll give you another coupon to take even more off of that there, just so you can see what we're all about. First game on the board, Houston Astros at the Cleveland Guardians. Now, the Guardians are laying a $1.50 here, plus 123 to come back on the Astros. Your total set in 8. Remember yesterday I said I kind of leaned the Astros with our Getty on the hill. Well, they ultimately ended up winning. I didn't bet it, didn't give it out as official play, but the lean was there. And now today, that total setting at 8, 74% of the ticket count, 85% of the handle going to the over, 26% ticket count, 15% of the handle under. When you look at the side, 74% of bets, 78% of the ticket count is on the Guardians laying the $1.50. 26% ticket count, 22% of the handle on the Astros, plus the $1.25. Now, your pitching matchup here after that 9-2 win, that 9-2 win was important because if you date it back to last year, the Guardians had beaten the Astros 4 straight times. Now, Ryan Weiss will get the call. He had one start this year against Colorado, 3 2/3, 3 hits, 2 runs in his debut. Parker Messick, southpaw for the Guardians, will get the call. He's been really, really good. This will be his 5th start, but he's pitched 2 shutouts so far. In his last start, he went 8 innings against the Orioles. And in those 8 innings, he only gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and struck out 9, only walked 2. He's pitched really, really well. When you look at this, you get the Guardians $1.50 or less. I like them to get home today. I think they're the better play. That would be 100% my lean on that one. Next game on the board, we got the Cincinnati Reds at the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, the Rays and Reds, minus 110 both ways, 63% of bets, 64% of the handle is on the Reds, 37% to count, 36% of the handle is on the Rays. Now, 7.5, that's where our total is setting. 60% of the team count, 57% of the handle going over that 7.5. 40% team count, 43% of the handle is going towards the under. Now, Reds, they won yesterday 6-1 over the Rays, but they've beaten the Rays 4 straight games. Rays with back-to-back losses now, and they've lost 3 of their last 4. As to where the Reds, they've won 4 straight. Now, Connor Burns, young flamethrower, going to get the call. In 3 of his 4 starts, he's allowed 1 run and 2 shutouts, including the last game against the Giants, 2 hits, no runs over the 6 innings. He's got the one blimp on the radar. Before that, the Angels touched him up pretty good. 5 in the third, 7 hits, 5 runs. Now, the Rays, Steven Matz, the southpaw, kind of found the fountain of youth. His first start of the year, 4 runs over 5 innings. You're like, yeah, back to Steven Matz. But in his last 3 starts, he's went at least 5 in the third, giving up 1 run, 2 runs, and 2 runs. So he's pitched much better as of late. When you look at this, uh, Cincinnati, 6-1 their last 7 games. Again, they've beaten Tampa 4 the last 5. The Rays have been, or the Reds rather, have been really good on the road. They're 9-2 their last 11 road games. Now the Rays 7-3 their last 10. But when they play the National League, they've really struggled. They're just 1-5 their last 6 versus the National League. For me, I would lean Reds or nothing here, but I think ultimately just a stay away. I don't want to get involved in. Milwaukee Brewers at the Detroit Tigers is the next game on the board. Now, Tigers minus 115, Brewers minus 105, 50-50 on both ticket count and handle. So really good two-way action on this one. 8.5 is our total, 50-50 on the ticket count, 58% of the handle over, 42% of the handle under that 8.5. When you look over here, Brewers 12-9, Tigers 12-11 on the year. Now, dating back to last year, they had a three-game set. Brewers took 2 out of 3 in that series. Southpaw Kyle Harrison will get the call. Now, he's got 3 starts this year. He's won at least 4 and a third in all of them, but hasn't allowed more than 2 runs. He's allowed 2 runs twice, 1 run once. Last year, he pitched against the Detroit Tigers in one game. He only lasted 3 innings. That's when he was with the Red Sox. 7 hits, 3 runs, 6 strikeouts. Now the Tigers, Kadir Montero, he'll get the call. His first 2 starts, 2 runs and no runs, but his last one got touched up against the Royals. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits, 4 runs allowed. Last year gave up 8 hits and 5 runs in his lone start against the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, Montero 3.31 ERA, Harrison 3.07 ERA. Milwaukee is 4-1 their last 5. And if you go back over the last 7 games, the Brewers are 5-2 their last 7 versus the Tigers. But the Brewers just 7-13 their last 20 on the road. Tigers 8-2 their last 10. They've won 6 straight at home. Nothing for me again on this game. I'm just going to stay away. If I was going to play it though, I would take the Tigers short price minus the $1.10. That would be my lean in here if I was going to get to the window on this game. Next game on the board, Washington Nationals hosting the Atlanta Braves, first in the American League East. Now the Braves minus 135 plus 115 on the Nationals on the comeback. Overwhelming support for the Braves here, 83% ticket count, 81% of the handle, as to where 17% ticket count, 19% of the handle on the net. So a lot of love for the Braves. Now the Braves, I gave them out as a lean yesterday, 9-4. They got home. They have now beaten uh, they have now beaten the Washington Nationals 7 of the last 8 games they've played each other. Ronaldo Lopez is going to get the call for the Braves in 4 starts this year, 1 run, no runs. And then his last outing is where he got touched the most against the Marlins. 5 hits, 4 runs allowed. Only 3 of them earned, though. Now, he faced the Nationals back in 2024 3 times. In those 3 outings, gave up a total of 3 runs. Nationals' young hot prospect, Foster Griffin, will get the call. He's got 4 starts this year, 2 runs, 1 run, no runs, pitching 5 innings a game, 5 and a third. His last outing, though, was his roughest for sure against the Pirates, 5 and a third, 8 hits, allowed. Foster still ended up managing to strike out 7 there. He's 2-0 with a 3.05 ERA, as where Lopez 1-0 with a 2.18 ERA. The Braves won 6 straight. They've beaten the Nats 7 of the last 8. They've beaten the Nationals 5 straight in Washington, and the Braves have won 5 in a row on the road. Also, when the Braves are a favorite, 8 of the last 12 games they went over the total. Nats have went over the total 4 of their last 5. Nationals just 1 in 5 their last 6 at home. I think it's a short price. For me, it would be Braves or nothing here in this one. I'm not sure how you could ever get to the window on the Nationals. Next game on the board, New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox, greatest rivalry in baseball, except maybe the Dodgers Giants. Depends on which coast you're living on, I guess. Now, this is minus 110 both ways, 8.5 is your total, 65% of the ticket count, 64% of the handle. Going over the 8.5, 35% ticket count, 36% of the handle, under 8.5. When you look at the side, the Yankees are getting all the love. 73% bet, 62% of the handle going their way, as to where 27% of ticket count, 38% of the handle going to the Boston Red Sox. Now the Yankees 13-9, Red Sox 9-13. Yankees have beaten the Red Sox 5 of the last 7 matchups. Now the Yankees come into this on a 3-game winning streak, and they've won 4 of the last 3. Yankees had the day off yesterday. Red Sox were able to even up the season two with the Tigers as they beat the Tigers on Boston Marathon Day. Now Luis Hill going to get the call for the Yankees, and he has not been the same guy. His 2 starts this year, 3 runs and 4 runs. But against Boston last year in 2 starts and 11 innings, he only gave up 1 run. He was pitched very, very well. Now, Connolly early, the Southpaw gets the call against the Yankees. Last year, October 2nd, 3 and 2/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 allowed, 6 strikeouts is what happened to him against the Yankees. In 4 starts this year, he's allowed, just 5 runs. 3 of those outings has only allowed a run. Pitched so good, has the southpaw here. Now, when you kinda look in, dive into some trends here on this one, Luis Hill, 0-1 with a 7 ERA. Connell Early, 1-0 with a 2.29 ERA. Yankees, as we said, 4-1 their last 5. They've beaten the Red Sox 5 of the last 7, but the Yankees are just 2-4 on the road. Red Sox have struggled against the American League as a whole, just 3-9 their last 12. They played to the under 10 of their last 14 at home, and 5 of the last 6 meetings between the Yankees and Red Sox have went under the total. With that being said, I like the Red Sox here today, -110. I think the spot's just a good spot for them for you to be able to make a bet and kind of get home on them in this game. Last game I want to get on again. Become a member here on YouTube, get your plays, or go to breaktheboardsports.com. Email me, breaktheboardsports@gmail.com. Personally, RJ, if you do that, get you even bigger discount off the yearly baseball that includes NHL and NBA playoffs. Let's talk about the Minnesota Twins at the New York Mets. Now, 7.5 is our total. 60% of the ticket count, 65% of the handle over the 7.5, 40% ticket count, 35% of the handle under 7.5. Now, let's break down the sides of this. The Mets laying a buck 80. How could you ever lay a buck 80 in the Mets? Plus 150 on the Twinkies, 66% of the ticket count, 77% of the handles on the Mets, 34% ticket count, 22% of the handle is on the Minnesota Twins. Now, they played last year. Twins took 2 out of 3 out of them, but the Twins come into this riding a 4-game losing streak. The Mets said, "Huh, I'll top you, 12-game losing streak." So, good news is somebody's gonna get off that schneid. Now, Simon Woods Richardson gonna get the call for the Twinkies. In his last 2 starts, he's given up 11 runs and, 16 hits, has not been very good as to where his first 2, he only gave up 2 and 1. Nolan McLean gonna get the call, and arguably, he's been the Mets' best pitcher. In 4 starts, he's allowed 2 runs twice, 1 run twice. Listen, I know it's a high line. I said, "How could you ever lay it with the New York Mets?" But I don't know how you don't take the Mets here in this spot either. I just think they're primed. Again, 1.80, not really what I wanna do, but I think there's a couple different ways you can monetize this, and here's the first. You take the Mets straight minus the 1.80, alright? Then you look and go over and say, "Okay, let's go over, to the NBA here." You got the San Antonio Spurs, you got the Boston Celtics, that puts it at 108. You can also so that three-teamer puts it at minus 108. You can also go over to hockey if you wanna do some with the Avalanche, uh, so different things there, but Mets, Spurs, Celtics minus 108, I think that could get you there. Even just Mets and Spurs minus $1.30. If you're a big believer in the Tampa Bay Lightning to even up the series, Mets and Lightning plus 140. But again, I think you have to do something with the Mets here. If they can't beat Woods Richardson, they might end up losing 16, 17 in a row. RJ Cash Cole, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, trends, information, handicap, whether you play or follow, Mets. God bless and happy